प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ यश्चन्दसा वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोऽभ्योऽद्गमता सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेघया शृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पीडितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत् कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान्। यत् साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भो निधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः।
Any pramana is incapable of giving the knowledge if there is some defect in the buddhi of the pramata, which is called as in this example purushaparadhamalina dhishana. The buddhi which has buddhi of the pramata, if it has got defect, though pramana has the capacity to give the knowledge, it cannot. See, you may opt to see a thing or not, but if an object is within the purview of our sight and if our eyes are directed towards the object, can you deny the perception of the form of the object? Or another good example, you are walking on the footpath of Bombay, there is a garbage can and you have to pass through. You don't want to smell that foul smell, that's it, but you can't help. At the most you can do, you can close your nostrils. Why? Because that is operating, you have no option as such. You may change a different route, that is a different thing, but pramana is always capable of conferring the knowledge. But if there is some defect in the mind, the intellect of the knower pramata, it is incapable. Illustration we have seen in the case of Mr. Bharchu or Bhartsu. Bharchu is very old example it is. First I have come across in Sankshepa Sharirika 9000 AD. Yes, 900 AD, not 9000. 900 AD. And it is just mentioned. Elsewhere I have seen a detailed story account how Bharchu, that means thought of and developed the Vairagya, etc. means the story is somewhere in detail. I don't know where it is. Yoga Vasishtha I could not come across. Anyway, in spite of the king seeing Mr. Bharchu, because of preconceived notions, what is that? Bharchu is dead, he has become a Brahma Rakshasa. he could not gain the knowledge that this is virtue, even though his eyesight were very good. So now what happens? If that defect is removed, pramana is capable of giving the knowledge. See, one should know, because this pramana is not understood properly. Some say Vedanta is the pramana, it is not dependent on anything, and therefore Atma-jnana doesn't need anubhava. That pramana and anubhava has no connection. The jnana, whether it requires anubhava or not, is not determined by the pramana, but the nature, the swarupa of Atma. The vastu, the thing to be known, determines whether the knowledge comprises yathartha anubhava or not. In certain cases, the object is not available for experiencing. You see yonder the smoke, but there is fire. But fire you are not able to see, but you are inferring. It is called paroksha. In the paroksha, the vastu is not available for experiencing. In the case of either direct perception, pratyaksha, or aparoksha, atma, yathartha anubhava is indispensable. It is not determined by the pramana, it is determined by the vastu itself. This should be very clear. So now, pramana has the capacity to confer the knowledge. In the case of Atma, that Atma Jnana must necessarily have the Sakshatkara, Atma Anubhava. Otherwise is what? That is Paroksha Jnana. What you have got is about Atma, Paroksha Jnana, and not Aparoksha Jnana from that side. Now, if that defect is removed, what happens? The pramana is capable of giving the knowledge. Here we can find, if suppose some person convinced with evidence to king, look, this is a plot that is hatched. Virtue is not dead, he is alive, and he has taken sannyasa. And suppose he says, oh, when did you take sannyasa? you would have asked, you would not run away. Now the king ran away because Brahma Rakshasa aa gaya, so bhag gaya. So that way, yes, if that defect, purusha aparadha, defect in the intellect, the mind of the knower pramata is removed, the same pramana which could not give hitherto the knowledge is capable of giving the knowledge. Let us see.
पुरुषापराध विगमेतु पुनः प्रतिबंधक व्युदसनात् सपदा मणिमन्त्रयोरपगमेतु यथा सति पावकात् भवति धूमरता.
पुनः अन्वय पुनः पुरुषापराध विगमेतु प्रतिबंधक व्युदसनात्, add there, Shruti Sambhava Atmani Dhihi. Shruti Sambhava Atmani Dhihi. Safala, add Bhavati. Yatha Mani Mantra Yoho Apagame Sati Tu Pavakat Dhumalata, add Adi Bhavati. Dhumalata, add Adi Bhavati. Punaha, further, context is of that virtues example. Further, what happens? Purushaparadha vigame. If aparadha, defect of purusha means so, knower, pramata, vigame, if it is removed, if it is disturbed, two means to contrast with the earlier condition. Earlier condition, what happened? Pramana could not give the knowledge, even if the pramana was full proof, but it could not give because of the defect of the mind of the knower. In contrast to that, we say, when the defect of the mind is removed, dispelled, pratibandhaka vidasana. Vidasana means because of removal, termination of pratibandha defect. Pratibandha defect. Shruti sambhava atmani dhihi. Dhihi, knowledge. Atmadhi means Atma Jnana. Sambhava, born of Shruti. The born of Shruti, Shruti Sambhavadi. Safala bhavati. It becomes fruitful. It becomes fruitful in the sense, just as that, if the king didn't have the defect of that means preconceived notion, you could have recognized, oh, this is virtue. So here also, direct cognition, sakshatkara of Atma takes place because Shruti is capable of conferring the knowledge and there are no pratibandhakas. What are our pratibandhakas? In spite of Shruti being pramana to give the knowledge, pratibandha chatushtaya. So that is Vishaya Bhoga Vasana, Pramanagata Sambhavana, Prameyagata Sambhavana, Viparita Bhavana. These four defects, they stop us from gaining the sakshatkara. So therefore is a, otherwise it's safala bhavati. For this, illustration is given. What is that illustration? This is the usual illustration that we find in the Vedanta. Fire, when a burning fire, without extinguishing, can be made not to burn by mani, mantra, aushadha. Some jewels, with the help of some jewel, if you keep the jewel in touch with the fire, flames etc. that is there, but it is not, that heat is not there, it is not able to burn. Mantra, some mantras as such, some charms, because of which you can make the fire not to burn. Aushadha, some herbs. Have you seen this? Some people come with that box of Kolhapur Ambabai, with a whip, no, that boom, and that whip also they with. At times they, what they do, no, they take a flail and put in the mouth. No birth. Why? The fellow is chewing something. The fellow is chewing some herb as such, and the result, the heat is not able to burn as such. So therefore, what has happened now? What is the nature of fire? To burn. But pratibandhaka has come. Some obstruction is there, mani, mantra, aushadha. Remove that obstruction, fire starts burning, releasing its smoke, etc. That is what he says. Yatha, just as mani mantra yoho apagame, mani, jewel, mantra, some charm, apagame, which are the obstructions of the burning fire, when they are removed, he says, apagame sati, when they are removed, to contrast. What is the contrast? Earlier, because of pratibandhaka presence, they were not able, fire was not able to burn. Now, in contrast to that, so what happens? Pavaka dhumalata adi bhavati. From the fire, all these start emerging. What are those? Dhumalata. Literally, lata is creeper. Dhuma is smoke. Means columns of smoke, etc. start emerging in the sense the fire starts burning. So when columns, smokes, etc. come, when the fire burns, fire starts burning as such. So dhumalata bhavati. So this being the case, Vedanta is no doubt pramana. It doesn't need validation by anything, but what needs required? Pratibandha chatushtaya to be removed. And for that, what is essential? Vichara is essential. Inquiry is essential. Remember, what are you studying? Brahmasutra. The first Brahmasutra emphasizes the Atma Vichara. Slowly we are heading towards it now. Atma Vichara. So one may say, why Atma Vichara required? Vedanta is pramana. Look here. You want to see a rose, and your eyes are directed towards the rose and within the purview of your sight. Is it required? Is it a rose, a flower? You have to do inquiry for that? No. Direct pramana. But if you had some wrong notions, in spite of your eyes being intact, you need the vichara. Here also, no no question or no appeal as far as the efficacy of Vedanta Pramana is concerned. The problem is with our Antakarana. That is why all sadhana, chatushtaya, sampatti, etc. are required. Otherwise, do you know, to gain Atmadhyana, what is required? What is required and how much period is required? What is required is only Shraddha. Shraddha. How much is required? 2-3 minutes बस. What is 2-3 minutes? क्या है? Look, you are Brahmasutra. You are Paramananda Swarupa. हो गया, काम हो गया, श्रद्धा. Who has told? Shruti has told. ये इतना ब्रह्मसूत्र इंक्वायरी करने की क्या जरूरत है? So where is the necessity of all these things, etc.? No, it is because of the Purushapa Radha. So that is the case. Say, Vichara is not to say that Pramana is incapable of giving the knowledge. It is not to add something or support the Pramana. It is only to remove the defects which hinder the Pramana in giving the knowledge. So let us see.
Purushaparada nivrutti balaha sakalo vichara iti veda vidaha anapekshata manuparudhya giraha palavad bhavet prakaranam tadataha.
Sakalaha vicharaha giraha anapekshatam anuparudhya purushaparadha nivritti falaha iti vedavidaha and ahu. Sakalaha vicharaha, all inquiry. What is the sakala? Whether it is अच्छा अतः लास्ट टेक आहु अतः तद प्रकरणम फलवत् भवेत्. तत् प्रकरणम फलवत् भवेत्. Says sakalaha vicharaha, all inquiry. What is that all? Whether it is dharma mimamsa, that is purva mimamsa, or Brahma Mimamsa, that is Uttara Mimamsa. You already know it. Vyasa's disciple Jaimini composed the Jaimini Sutras to ascertain the exact meaning of all the sentences in the Karma Kanda portion. Brahma Sutras are composed to ascertain the exact import of the Upanishadic portion as such. So earlier that is called as Dharma Mimamsa or Purva Mimamsa. This is called as Brahma Mimamsa or Uttara Mimamsa. Whether this or any other Prakarana Granthas, inquiry, etc. of the Vedanta Shastra, say all these. So therefore, Sakalaha Vicharaha, whether it is Dharma Mimamsa or Brahma Mimamsa. He says, do you know what is the purpose of that? And how do they operate? Giraha anapekshatam anuparudhya. Anuparudhya means without opposing, without stopping the anapekshata of giraha. Gir means here Veda. Gir Veda. Gihi. So giraha means of Vedas. What is that of Vedas? Anapekshatam, status of Veda being, that is independent. Status of Veda being independent means the Veda doesn't need validation by some other means of knowledge. It doesn't need the validation by some other means of knowledge. Means without affecting the independent nature of Veda as the Pramana. That is what is called as Giraha of Veda. Anapekshatam, that is independence in terms of Pramana. Anuparudhya, without rejecting, without opposing. Purushaparadha nivritti falaha. What is the function of this vichara? have their fructification or result in eliminating the defects of the pramata. Purushaparadha nivritti. Nivritti means elimination of the removal of the defect in the mind of the knower. That is phala, that is the result. Iti, so, who say Veda vidaha ahu, those who are experts, the adept in Vedas, like who? Jaimini in the case of Karmakanda, Vyasa in the case of the Upanishads, then Swami who has commented on Jaimini Sutras in the case of Pura Karmakanda, Adi Shankaracharya who has commented on Brahmasutras in the case of Uttara Mimamsa or Brahma Mimamsa. See, Vedanta accepts Jaimini Sutra only for Karmakanda, not further. There is a statement, Vyavahare Bhattaha. When it comes to Vyavahara, Vyavahara means doing karma or upasana, Bhattaha. Bhatta is Kumarila Bhatta, you have heard, no? Kumarila Bhatta. That school of thought which has commented on the Swami's Bhashya on the Jaimini Sutra. Just as see, Brahmasutra Bhashya is important as far as the Brahmasutra is concerned, and Brahmasutra Bhashya by who? Shankaracharya. So also on Jaimini Sutra, Swami's Bhashya is important. It is considered as the authentic one. Afterwards, further many versions came in that Kumarila Bhatta is accepted by Vedanta as far as Vyavahara. Vyavahara means the Karmakanda aspects are concerned. Therefore, Nivritti iti Veda Vidaha. So Jaimini, Vyasa, Swami, Shankaracharya, etc. Veda Vidaha, what they say, they ahu. So that is what they say, Veda Vidaha ahu, they say. So, Ataha, therefore, this is the general principle of story. Now, I hope you remember, these quotations are from where? Sankshepa Shariraka, composed by who? Sarvajñatva Muni. Now here he refers to, he comes to Sankshepa Sharirika, which is in the form of Vichara. So therefore, this Vichara that I am going to conduct in this text is justified. It doesn't reject the Pramanya of Vedas. So he refers to his text. What is that? Sankshepa Sharika. He says Ataha. Ataha means what? Vichara is meant to remove the defects in the mind of the knower. It doesn't reject the Pramanya, the status of Veda as the independent means of knowledge. So therefore he says Ataha. Tad. Tad he refers to Sankshepa Sharirika. He says Prakaranam, Tad Prakaranam, Sankshepa Sharirika. Falavad Bhave is fruitful. See, olden days, even if they want to write, they have to justify. They have to justify that. आजकल क्या है? Print and then anything and everything. No, they have to justify the necessity of that. So therefore, prakaranam phalavat bhavi. So therefore, this, where did you start? What is moksha? Atma eva. Then why you have not got moksha? Avidya, what does it do? It deprives us our swarupa. So therefore, Atma free from avidya directly cognize sakshatkara with wherein elimination of pratibandha chatushtaya is there. So that is what is moksha. So that is there. Now is that is the case. If anyone says avidya, ignorance, is going to what? Remove the Paramananda Swarupa or destroy the Paramananda Swarupa of Atma and make you as what? Jiva. Then what will happen? No possibility of gaining the. See, somebody was in olden days, some school teacher was telling, see, once upon a time that Brahma was there, but now no more. Now what has it happened? It has become the Jagat. If that is the case, you have to console yourself. It is just not possible. No, it is not that way. So that we say. So that he says, concludes now.
तस्मात् अद्वितीय ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधस्य अपरोक्षस्य स्वतः प्रमाणस्य अपि बलवद्भिः दोषैः परोक्षताम् इव अप्रामाण्यम् इव आपाद्य अविद्या निवर्तकत्वम् अभिभूतम्.
Tasmat, take a short anvaya first. Tasmat advitiya brahmatmaika bodhasya avidya nivartakatvam abhibhutam. Abhibhutam means refuted. What is refuted? Tasmat means whatever that is. What is tasmat now? I know you know the translation. Therefore, what is that there? What is that therefore? The pratibandhaka doesn't allow the pramana to give you the knowledge in spite of the fact that pramana is self-sufficient, independent in its capacity to give the knowledge. Therefore, he says, Advitiya Brahmatmaika Bodhasya Avidya Nivartakatvam. Make a note. Avidya Nivartakatvam means Avidyaya Nivartakatvam. Means destroying the Advitiya Brahmatmaika Bodha Swarupa Brahma by what? Destruction by what? Avidya. So like this, no? Some bugs have entered your body and your health is gone. So not that way. So therefore, Avidyaya Nivartakatvam means Avidya destroys the Advitiya Brahmatmaika Bodha is what? Refuted, Abhibhutam. So how can avidya refute? That is no. How can avidya destroy the Brahmatmaik Bodha? Some people say, though, now continuing, Advitiya Brahmatmaika Bodhasya Aparokshasya. Aparokshasya means that which is most proximate, not remote, not distant. It is verily I, the most proximate. Aparokshasya Swatah Pramanasya, which is here Swatah Pramana means Swatah Prama, itself is self-evident. Itself is self-evident. Of such Advitiya Brahmatmaika Bodha, Balavadbhi Doshaihi Parokshatam Iva Apadya Apramanyam Iva Apadya. Apadya, bringing such a condition, accomplishing such a state. What is that? Balavadbhi Doshaihi, by very strong, powerful defects like Vishaya Bhoga Vasana, Pramanagata Sambhavana, Prameyagata Sambhavana, Viparita Bhavana. By this, Parokshatamiva Apadya, making that Aparoksha Brahmatmaikya as if something remote which is distant, and Apramanyam Iva Apadya means making it to be incredible. Incredible in the sense, no, this is not worth trusting. It is not so. Advitiya Brahmatmaika is not correct. So, Apramanyata Pramanya Apadya. This way, avidya destroys the Advitiya Brahmatmaika Bodha is what? Refuted. Why refuted? Actually, avidya is incapable of doing anything to Brahma. But problem is, just as see, clouds, what can they do to the sun? But they can do everything to your eyes. The problem is what? Purusha aparadha. The eyesight of the person is clouded. That's why covering is also clouded. His buddhi is clouded. What do you mean by clouded? Clouds have come there. Is covered. So therefore I say, Bala say, so that being the case, so what is the vichara does, and it doesn't question the validity of the pramana, it only removes this. Avidya cannot destroy, though the knower suffers because of the consequent pratibandhakas. So what needs to be done? Pratibandhaka nirasam eva kartavyam. What is to be done is pratibandha nirasa only has to be taken to. So therefore it says, what does the vichara does is removes the pratibandhakas. It doesn't add anything to the pramana, nor it takes anything from that. Continuing.
विचारेण तु दोषापगमः एव केवलं क्रियते न किंचित् अधीयते तेन न स्वतः प्रमाण्यभंग प्रसंगः.
Vicharena, by inquiry, it says what is done? Vicharena tu doshapagamaha eva kriyate. Only the doshas, defects in the mind of the knower alone are dispelled, removed. Kriyate. Na kinchid adhiyate. Not something is added like no vitamins. You give vitamins to that to strengthen, because pramana is weak and it needs to be strengthened now. So vitamin B12. Okay. So not that way. So that the na kinchid adhiyate. Tena means therefore there is no tena swatah pramanya bhanga prasangaha na. Therefore there is no occasion of rejecting the credibility of pramana. Means pramana becomes apramana, such a occasion does not arise at all. So therefore this is the fact. Now what is the role of Brahmasutra in this pursuit? What is to be done now? Atma is self-evident. In its swarupa it is nitya mukta. Don't think you are creating moksha. It is nitya mukta. But due to avidya and consequent pratibandhakas, what has happened? Our buddhi is clouded, and that clouding, that covering has to be removed. For which what is necessary? Vichara is to be done. How will you do vichara? Like, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Go on asking. If you do, either it will be japa and you will sleep, or you may get headache. Same thing you are repeating. Vichara, yes, vichara is to be done. But how? As guided by the Upanishad. But that Upanishad, there are some seeming contradictions. I am confused, already confused, much more confused as such. So therefore what? Take to vichara as per Brahma Sutra. These seeming contradictions are resolved in the Brahma Sutra. Otherwise, Atma Vichara is where? Not in Brahma Sutra. It is there in the Upanishad only. But these contradictions have to be the same. And in the Upanishad, it is not categorically said like this. Something is told here, something is told other thing. You may say, what is that is right or this is right. So all this and therefore Vichara. So the role of Brahma Sutra.
तस्मात् समाधि संपन्नेन परिभाजकेन मुमुक्षुणा गुरुम् उपाश्रित्य चतुर्लक्षण मीमांसया विचारः एव अनुष्ठेयः फलपर्यन्तम् इति विचारम् एव विभज्य प्रदर्शयामः.
Tasma. What is the tasmat? What is indispensable now? Vichara. How to, what, where should I go now? Tasma. Samadhi sampannena. Before that. Generally we don't like this. Shamadama stands for what? Sadhana chatur sampatti. And one thing irritating is vairagya. So, Samadhi Sampannena, being endowed with sadhana chitta sampatti, Parivrajakena mumukshuna, the mumukshu who is Parivrajaka means sannyasi. Swamiji, we are not sannyasi. That is why I asked you to do tapas. So that means sticking to the class. So regularly, not regularly. अभी 2 का 3 होने वाला है. 2 का 3 होने वाला है. That much say. So you are householders. Otherwise, I will be blamed that I am teaching Brahmasutra. I also should justify myself. No, I can send recommendation. So, no, they are householders, but very serious. Very serious mumukshus. That much can be condoned as such. What it meant is that availability of to the pursuit is necessary. So therefore, parivrajakena mumukshuna, by sannyasi, who has to mumukshu, what he should do? Gurum upashritya. So gurum upashritya, having taken resort to a guru. So that way, with the ashritya, having taken means resort to a guru. Chatur lakshana mimamsaya. By mimamsa, which is chatur lakshana means chaturadhyayi, which has got 4 chapters. So chatur lakshana mimamsaya means chaturadhyayi mimamsa. Mimamsa, which has got 4 chapters, that is Brahmasutra. Vicharaha eva karta anushtheyaha. What should be done? Vichara is to be conducted. See this. Remember, Samadhi Sampanna is very important, not Parivrajaka, etc. What is important is Samadhi Sampanna and Mumukshu. See, if Mumukshutva is very strong, Vairagya is bound to come. And Vairagya has come, automatically what happens? All these are, Asadhyatra is natural. They say, illustration with you. Suppose you want to go to Swarga or some royal palace, etc. There are many guards there. If you befriend one fellow, hey, hamara aadmi hai ja. They hello. Like that, first you befriend Mumukshu. With befriending Mumukshu, you will be befriending Vairagya. Once you befriend Vairagya, all are आपके मुट्ठी में, they are in your fist as such, the fist as such. So that is how it is. So, and for that Vairagya, what is necessary? Vivek. Vairagya is not simply something. Developing that maturity, that is Vairagya. So therefore, Vicharaha anushtheyaha, Vichara has to be taken to. Question is, how long? Phala paryantam. Time is not the factor in terms of so many hours or so many days or so many weeks or so many months or so many years or so many births. So it is in terms of result. How long one has to take medicine? Until disease gets cured. So therefore, phala, what is phala here? Moksha. Phala paryantam. Iti, in this way, thus, vicharam eva vibhajya pradarshayamaha. So we have, pradarshayama means we have demonstrated the Vedantic inquiry distinctively. Vibhajya means distinctively. Distinct in the sense, this is this, this is this. This is the role of pratibandhakas. This is how it is removed. The role, what pramana can do, and how defects cannot make the pramana or enable the pramana to operate. All these vibhajya, separating distinctly, we have shown. Means Madhusudan Saraswati says, I have shown. So therefore, he now concludes.
Tat siddham atma eva avidya nivritya upalakshitaha mokshaha.
Tat sadhanam cha.
Tat sadhanam cha vedanta vakya karanakaha अन्यान उपरक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य साक्षात्कारः अन्यानुपरक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य साक्षात्कारः एव श्रवणाद्य पनित प्रतिबन्धः सन् इति सर्वं समञ्जसम्.
Therefore say tat siddham. This is proved now. We have forgotten, he has not forgotten. What was the upakrama? Moksha was defined. And what is to be done? Brahmasutra inquiry has to be conducted. Why? He justified. And now, Upasamhara. He is concluding what he had begun. Tat Siddham, what we have told in the beginning as Upakrama, says that is what is proved, demonstrated. What is it? Moksha is this. Atma eva avidya nivrityupalakshitaha moksha. Atma itself, free from avidya. And how? Upalakshitaha. What is upalakshitaha? Directly cognized in terms of sakshatkar. Directly cognized in terms of sakshatkar. That is what is moksha. Means, what is moksha? Upalaksha. Upalakshitatvam of Atma means sakshatkara of Atma. It should be free from avidya. Avidya. And again, free from avidya means free from pratibandha chatushtaya. So therefore, what is the moksha sadhana now? Tat sadhanam. Tat sadhana means moksha sadhanam cha. Vedanta vakya karanakaha. Tat sadhanam brahmatmaika sakshatkaraha. Take the short one. We have seen this sentence had come earlier in the Upakrama. Tat sadhanam. Tat sadhana means moksha sadhana means brahmatmaika sakshatkaraha. Direct cognition of the Brahma as Atma. How is it produced? He says Vedanta Vakya Karanakaha. Karanakaha means produced by Mahavakyas. Vedanta Vakya. Again, it should be Anyanuparakta, free from all other adhyastha. See, Uparakta means tainted, mixed, polluted. Na Uparakta is Anuparakta, not tainted, not polluted, free from. Anya. What is Anya? Anything other than Atma, Brahma, that is Anatma or Abrahma. What is in short? All that is superimposed beginning from avidya onward. Beginning from avidya onward. So therefore, Anyanuparakta, such Brahmatmaika Sakshatkaraha eva, but not sufficient. Wherein, what is it? These pratibandhas should not be there. So wherein Shravanadi Apanita Pratibandhas san. All the pratibandhakas, 4 pratibandhakas are removed. By what means? Shravana Adi. I hope you remember. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. They are to remove the defects as such. One by one, the role of each and every one was seen. Pratibandhasam iti sarvam samanjasam. Sarvam samanjasam means what I had told you till now is correct, is proper. It is correct, it is proper. So in this manner, so why inquiry, Brahmasutra inquiry? To conduct the inquiry into our Atma Swarupa as per the Upanishad, so we should exactly ascertain what is what is all about. And these 4 pratibandhakas are to be removed. If the pratibandhakas are there, even though Veda, Upanishad is a pramana, it is incapable of giving the knowledge. And therefore, Brahmasutra inquiry has to be conducted. Now we will see the reasonings or the tarka that are employed in Brahmasutra. First, we will see that whatever the matter is given to you, because that is only enumeration, explanation we will take to afterwards. Tasya
chaturvidhan vaya vyatirekad
Chaturvidhan vaya vyatirekadi
tarka rupatvat drugdrushan vaya vyatirekah sakshi sakshayan vaya vyatirekah. See there, sakshi, you corrected that. Before that, 4 topics are there, no? Corrected 4 types of. That's this thing, printing mistake is there. 4 topics, not topics, 4 types of tarka employed in the 4 chapters of Brahmasutra, taken from Siddhanta Bindu of Madhusudana Saraswati. Now here,
Sakshi, Sakshaya, no, not Sakshanvaya. Half ksha, to that you add ya. Sakshi, then you take Shakara. In Lakshmana, that ma you don't write, that ksha, half ksha, no, for that you add ya. Sakshanvaya Vyatirekaha, continuing.
Sakshi Sakshanvaya Vyatirekaha, Agamapai
Tadavadhyanvaya
Vyatirekaha, Dukhi Parama Premaspadanvaya Vyatirekaha, Iti. Samanvayadhyaya, Avirodadhyaya, Sadhanadhyaya, Baladhyayaha.
Again, Anurutta, remove that, it should be Anurutta. Correct A as A. Anurutta.
Anurutta Vyavruttanvaya Vyatirekaha, Panchamaha. Etaccha Sarvesham Vedantan Anukula Tarkanam.
Vedantanukula Tarkanam.
Vedantanukula Tarkanam. Chaturlakshani Mimausa Pratipaditanam Upalakshana Miti Abhiyuktaha.
I'll just give the meaning of this, then we will see in detail. Because here only enumeration, that's only enumeration is there. Tasya. Tasya means Vedanta Vicharasya. It is established what is to be done, what is required to be done. Inquiry has to be conducted as per the Brahmasutra. Because Brahmasutras give us the way of inquiry. Tasya Chaturvida Anvaya Vyatireka Tarka Rupatva. That Vedanta Vichara consists of, it says, 4 types of reasonings in terms of Anvaya and Vyatireka. What is Anvaya Vyatireka? All these will be seen as just enumeration. So Chaturvida means Vedanta Vichara is in the form of 4 types of Anvaya Vyatireka reasonings or Tarka. What are those enumerated? Drishyanvaya Vyatirekaha 1. Sakshi Sakshanvaya Vyatirekaha 2. Agamapayi Tadavadhyanvaya Avadhi Anvaya Vyatireka Avadhyanvaya Vyatireka Tadavadhyanvaya Vyatirekaha 3. 4th is Dukhi Parapremaspadanvaya Vyatirekaha Iti. So you have got now 4 types of reasoning. Better put numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these are correspondingly related to the 4 chapters of Brahma Sutra. Iti Samanvayadhyaya, number 1. Means what is that? Drigdrishanvaya Vyatireka corresponds to you employed in Samanvadhyaya. Then Avirodhadhyaya, second one. Sakshi Sakshanvaya Vyatireka employed in the Avirodhadhyaya. Then Sadhanadhyaya, the third one. Agamapai Tadavadhyanvaya Vyatireka employed in the third chapter of Brahma Sutra. Then 4th one is Phaladhyaya, wherein Dukhi Parama Premaspada Anvaya Vyatireka are used. See how tight it is. See, modern man says, oh, he asks 100 questions, but if the reasoning is given, oh, it is hair-splitting logic. He is not ready to inquire. As he said, knowledge is not possible by such a means. What I say is correct, others are wrong, but they are not available for inquiry. You see, the ascertainment is so foolproof, nobody can do anything else. That's why all this conviction is necessary. Otherwise, getting rid of the fascination for the objective world is not that easy. So therefore that conviction. And conviction means what? You should have a prima facie discovery for that. So that is all done by who? Brahmasutra Vichara. So these are the 4. Now the 5th Anvaya Vyatireka is given. What is 5th Anvaya Vyatireka? Actually it is not separate one, it is the basis of all these 4. ये चारों का बाप है वो. So it is the basis of these 4. So therefore say Anuvritta, all these will be seen in detail. Anuvritta Vyavritta Anvaya Vyatireka, basis of these 4 and not only 4 and similar reasonings, that is the Anuvritta Vyavritta Anvaya Vyatireka Panchamaha. So, all these four with the basis in the fifth and similar reasonings have been used in Brahmasutra comprising 4 chapters. So those people who are adept, expert in the Shastras, they tell us. So let us say, Etaccha sarvesham vedantanukula tarkanam upalakshanam. All these 4 with the basis in the 5th are upalakshana means indicatory reasonings of all vedantanukula tarka. All reasonings which are conducive to Vedanta. Other thing, don't think these tarkas are some imagination. They are in accordance with Upanishads only. But categorically defined like this based on the Upanishad. So therefore, Vedantanukula tarkanam, and which are employed where? In the Brahmasutra. Chaturlakshani Mimamsa. Chaturlakshani Mimamsa is this Brahmasutra. So Brahmasutra of having 4 chapters. So Pratipaditanam, which are employed there. Upalakshanam iti. The Upalakshana means indication. Iti Abhiyuktaha. Abhiyuktaha means so say the learned people in the Shastra, the expert in the Shastra. Now let us see what are these 4 reasonings with the basis in the 5th one. First is all these 4 are based on what is called as Anvaya and Vyatireka. You are familiar with this, at least phrase. whether you know what is Anvaya Vyatireka or not, different matter. But at least Anvaya Vedanta means Anvaya Vyatireka. By the first chapter of Panchadashi, those I also read is that. And in my commentary I have dwelt in detail Anvaya and Vyatireka there because very important. See now, what is Anvaya? Anvaya means Anuvritti or Sambandha. Anuvritti means continuance, continuation, continuance, and Sambandha means relation, whereas Vyatireka means discontinuance or absence, abhava. Discontinuance or absence is very, very important. Do you know why? In fact, Anvaya Vyatireka methodology is a great asset in reasoning. You can establish cause-effect relationship between these two some things. Between the cause and effect, this relation can be established only based on Anvaya Vyatireka. So that is. Again, for inference, do you know what is required? What is called as Vyapti or Sahacharya Niyama, or the rule of invariable coexistence. For example, there is smoke, therefore you infer there is fire. You know what is rule is required? Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. This rule has to be established by seeing all the places of not simply fire, all the places of smoke. Because fire can be without smoke. No, you have to see wherever, go to a kitchen, go to a yajnashala, so like this, etc. And oh, here is smoke, there is fire. Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vandi. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. This is called Vyapti. Vyapti or Sahacharya Niyama, or in English they put a very complicated word, invariable concomitance. That concomitance is you have to break your head. Concomitance is nothing but coexistence, that's all. Invariable concomitance means invariable coexistence. Our Sanskrit is better. Sahacharya Niyama. rule of always being sahachari. You know what is sahachari? Those are always accompanying us as sahacharya niyama. This is what is called as sahacharya niyama. Sahacharya niyama. So therefore Anvaya Vyatireka helps us to ascertain karya karana sambandha, the relation of cause and effect, then to ascertain the vyapti, invariable concomitance or coexistence. Again, the aikya, that is identity between two, or bheda, distinction between the two, is ascertained by what? This Anvaya Vyatireka method only. So in this manner, the Anvaya Vyatireka method is a great blessing as far as what is concerned, this tarka is concerned. Now first of all, let us see Drik Drishyanvaya Vyatireka. First we will see the four types of Anvaya Vyatireka reasonings with their basis in the fifth one, and thereafterwards we will see how each of these is employed in the corresponding four chapters of Brahmasutra. So first, Drik Drishyanvaya Vyatireka. The meaning is the reasoning. It is tarka. See, that's why in the earlier portion of this Madhusudan Saraswati's introduction, Shravanakhya tarka, Mananakhya tarka, Bhai tarka, because inquiry is based on the reasonings only. So that's why we simply say Shravana, Manana, etc. It is tarka only. Nididhyasana is not tarka. Nididhyasana is not tarka. Up to Manana it is tarka. So therefore I say Drik Drishyan, the reasoning wherein there is the Anvaya, continuance or relation, and Vyatireka, the absence of Drik and Drishya. We will see what it is. First, before that, what is Drik? A cognitive principle. A principle that confers any knowledge. So means the knowledge principle. Drik is cognitive principle, the knowledge principle. Drishya means the known, the cognized things. The known things, the cognized things. Now see, Drik exists independent of Drishya. Drik exists independent of Drishya. And Drik, what is the nature of Drik? Nature of Drik is, it is always a knowledge principle. It is always a knowledge principle. And Drik doesn't depend on Drishya. Drik is independent of Drishya. So look here. You are listening to me. What I am speaking is Drishya, is being heard. Suppose the class is over, I go. You also go. You are there or not? Yes. So you are independent of that. So that is that. So that means that Drik is independent of Drishya, whereas Drishya is dependent on Drik. You see, known thing should depend on the, so necessarily depends on the knowledge principle, but knowledge principle is independent of the known things. Drishya, no, Drik is by Swarupa, nature itself is the knowledge principle. Whereas Drishya, by their nature, what are they? All blessed known thing is Drishya. They are nothing but made up of Panchamahabhuta. Drishya means that the entire creation is Drishya. Entire Jagat is Drishya. Whatever that you know as this, your buddhi, indriyas, antakarna, gross body, any vishayas, all these are what? The Drishya. So therefore, Drishya by their nature is Panchamahabhuta. But when it comes in relation or contact with Drik, it gets the status of being Drishya. On its own, it is not drishya, it is panchamaha bhutas. In contact with the drishya, it becomes the, in contact with druk, it becomes the drishya. So what is permanent and what is coming and going? Druk always is there, drishya comes and goes. Whatever that comes and goes, temporary, at times is there, is mithya. Is mithya. Whatever that appears to be there at times is mithya. See, we are drishya means we are talking of the status of this panchamahabhutas vishayas as something that is known. It is dependent on the druk. So it is mithya. This is what needs to be established. We will see a little further next time.
Aham vrukshasya deriva kirti krishtam gireriva urva pavitro vahini vasvamrukamasmi gravinam savarchasam sumeva amruto shitaha iti krisham korvedanuvachanam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nana Chidra Khatodharastitamaha Deepak Prabhavaswaram Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuradikarana Dvara Parispandate Jnanamiti Tameva Bhantamadubha Ekat samastam jagat tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Ashubhani Virajaste Tanoti Shubhasantatim Sluti Matrena Yat Punsam Brahma Tanmangalam Param Adi Kalyana Rupatva Nitya Kalyana Saushraya Smartrunam Varadatvacha Brahma Tanmangalam Viduhu Omkarascha Kashabdascha Dvavetau Brahmana Pura Kantam Hitva Viniryatau Tasman Mangalika Ubhau Om Hatha Om Hatha Om Hatha Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.